Everyone can play guitar, but few can master it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest rock songs to play on the guitar. For this list, we'll be looking at the songs that guitarists find difficult to play, whether the songs require increased focus, dexterity, technique, or just have a difficult or unusual groove to maintain, flow to endure, or complex structure to cope with. To be considered for this list, songs must have particular challenges for even the most virtuosic of guitarists throughout, not just the solo, no matter how emotive or majestic it may be. Number 10, This Charming Man, The Smiths. Sure, there may be flashier, tappier songs around, but pick up your Telecaster, or Rickenbacker if someone's shooting a video around you, and see if you can nail this. Chances are, you can't. While the song does feature multiple guitars, it's the main electric jangle pop riffs that carry it, live or in studio. Written by guitarist Johnny Marr in the key of A major, This Charming Man uses a raised F-sharp tuning and sees Marr channeling African highlife music. As such, the song makes constant use of arpeggios and a lopsided clave rhythm with only occasional chord stabs. It may offer a slick counter-melody to Morrissey's vocals, but it also has a serious risk of crippling your fretting hand. Somewhere, there is a left hand that never gives out. Number 9, Little Wing, The Jimi Hendrix Experience. Although known for raging stacks, wah-wahs, and fuzz faces, James Marshall Hendrix has his subtle moments as well. Jimmy sets aside his usual furious playing for Little Wing and instead shifts into Curtis Mayfield mode.
Well, she's walking through the clouds,
offering gentle slides, jazz-like chord melodies, and discreet whammy use. Don't let its slow tempo fool you, however, as Little Wing will occasionally switch from 4/4 time to 2/4. Feature loads of unusual suspended 2 chords, continual hammer-ons and pull-offs even while gripping chords, and will require you to bring in your fretting hand's thumb to balance out the workload.
fly on, little wing.
You can borrow your church's Leslie speaker to help you get the right tone, but as for getting the notes right, only practice and patience can help you there. Number 8, Snow, Hey-O, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Picture it, you've locked your pointer finger down as a makeshift capo, got your fingers to pull off and hammer on just right, you've got a grip on the alternate picking pattern, and you've even managed to maneuver the groove. But then, the riff moves. Sure, your fretting hand basically does the same motions all the way through Snow, but then that's the problem. It's like skipping rope on a trampoline while riding a horse. Underwater. But alas, you see a glimpse of freedom with the bridge on the horizon, only to discover the chords are weird bar chords based around a D chord and half-muted harmonizing chords based around John Frusciante's unique relationship with the world around him. At least the solo offers some relief. In short, it's about as difficult as your standard Flea bass line. Number 7, Master of Puppets, Metallica. Puppets may feature 2 guitarists, but either path you choose will lead to hardship. Following Rhythm Man James Hetfield may seem like the easy route, but when you're done obeying your downstrokes, there's synchronized arpeggios and even a solo waiting for you. If you've taken the path of Kirk Hammett, you get the workload of James plus solos rife with alternate picking, tremolo picking, pinch harmonies, and a splash of blues alongside arpeggios and other general riffage. Throw in a 200 beats per minute plus tempo and multiple time signatures, and you've got your hands full. Number 6. Scene 7-1, The Dance of Eternity, Dream Theater. With over 100 time changes and a complex, highly orchestrated composition, The Dance of Eternity is difficult to play on any instrument. Played on a 7-string by John Petrucci, the instrumental piece uses an entire smorgasbord of advanced techniques, alternate picking, sweep picking, in addition to arpeggios and intricate melodic passages that are often synced and linked with the bass and keys, all while locked into wacky time signatures. There's no room here for anything resembling traditional classic rock guitar playing. So delicate and precise is The Dance of Eternity that a single bum note could derail the whole thing. Number 5, Through the Fire and Flames, Dragon Force. There were rumors that Through the Fire and Flames was actually recorded at a slow tempo and sped up in post, but that sounds like the talk of someone who tried to play it themselves and failed. Ironically, the track's weirder sounds may be the easiest to get a handle on. The Pac-Man noises? Scratch the tip of your whammy bar across your fingers. With the gimmick sorted, all that's left are some intense legato and staccato licks, over-the-neck tapping, guitar harmonies, and a down and dirty guitar duel. Meanwhile, simultaneous wah-wah and whammy pedal work means even your feet get called into action. Number 4, CAFO, Animals as Leaders. Given Tossin Abasi's penchant for his 8-string Ibanez Tam 10, raising the $1,800 list price may be your first challenge. If you opt to settle for whatever 7-string you have lying around, make sure to tune your low E down to D, and watch as the struggle begins. From there on, the song has nothing for you but a barrage of taps, alternate picking, taps, tapped chords, tapped double stops, taps, sweep picking, sweep, taps, bass-style slaps, and taps, with bars of 8/4 and 9/4 time for good measure. Number 3, Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits.
The Sultans play Creole.
There may not be any taps or video game noises, and it may be moderately tempoed and in 4/4 time, but that doesn't make Sultans of Swing an easy ride. Grab your Strat, switch on the middle and bridge pickups, and be prepared to learn a lot of D minor. The first major challenge will be figuring out Mark Knopfler's unique picking style, which uses the thumb, pointer, and middle fingers in place of a traditional pick. The second challenge is his fretting hand, which will see him take partial bar chord grips and create a constant stream of riffs loaded with hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, and vibrato. While the fills throughout are challenging enough, Knopfler saves it up for the solos, especially the second solo and the infamous quick-fire triplet riffs that bring the song to a close. Number 2. Cliffs of Dover, Eric Johnson. Apart from the dizzying string-skipping intro, this track isn't the fastest on the list, but Cliffs of Dover will take most of your focus and a lot of your stamina to make it to the end. Eric Johnson himself took nearly 8 years before committing it to tape, with a lot of that time dedicated to learning a classical fretting style for maximum clarity. Even then, he wasn't happy with his performance, and a sharp ear will hear Johnson switch from a Gibson 335 to a Fender Stratocaster to redo parts he felt weren't up to par. But even if you don't hold your playing to Johnson's standards, you'll still have to work your way through a lot of string skipping and hybrid picking passages, or your trip to Dover isn't going too far. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Eruption, Van Halen. Taps had been around long before the release of Van Halen's debut album, but it was Eruption that put them firmly in the mainstream. Played in A-flat on his homemade Frankenstrat, Eddie Van Halen claimed the piece was influenced by Led Zeppelin's Heartbreaker, which, oddly enough, doesn't have taps. Parts of the composition, meanwhile, are based on Let Me Swim by Cactus. Aside from the game-changing two-hand taps, the solo is loaded with whammy dives, legato, and tremolo picking, which combined make this a difficult piece to play at a high speed. Even Van Halen himself claims to have botched the job on the recorded version, which leaves little hope for the rest of us. So, do you agree with our list? What rock song do you find the most challenging to play? For more humbucking top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.